Part 2. Verdant Wind. Blue Sea Moon. The city without light. Immediately following Edelgard's defeat, the Alliance army discovers the existence of another adversary, a group operating behind the scenes within the Empire. Claude suspects that if the true enemy is left unchecked, disaster will befall Fodlan, and so he cuts short the celebration and the troops head for Shambala, where this foe resides.
Shambala is not a place to really mess around in. Hi everyone, welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses, Chapter 21! Gosh. It's been forever since... not since I started recording. I've done several chapters in this actual, sitting down to actual record. The fact that I'm finally getting to this point is just, satisfying. I guess is one way to put it. Because I've been wanting to get through this. It's crazy. Caspar, it's your birthday, man. Alright, let's host a tea party. I don't know what he would actually like, honestly. It's whatever at this point.
Hey, Professor. Got something interesting to share?
I don't know. That's...
Yeah.
Heck if I know.
Huh?
Gosh. I have no idea. Maybe? Yeah. I knew it wasn't the left option. Jeez. Alright, evaluating. Really? Oh.
I really love fighting alongside you. I can always count on your commands to get us through.
Alright. No? Ah, fine, whatever.
Thanks for this, Professor. Don't you want to get some exercise, though? Come on, let's go train.
Didn't get that charm upgrade, unfortunately.
I just don't get it.
What is it, Claude?
Those javelins of light. They were trying to use it to kill us at Fort Mercy's, right? But then why not drop it on Garreg Mach? They must have known for a while that we were here.
It is not that they chose to refrain, but rather that they were unable to do so.
Rhea, how are you feeling?
I am well enough. I cannot afford to rest while Fodlan is in danger.
What do you mean when you say they couldn't drop a javelin of light here?
Once, a very long time ago, a massive ball of light fell upon this monastery. However, that light mysteriously changed course in mid-air and landed in Alel instead.
ALL, the Valley of Torment. So that's what the wreckage of those javelins of light looks like.
The Holy Tomb is not only the location of the progenitor god's eternal slumber, but also a sacred vessel for a power that repels evil. Supposedly, the progenitor god built the Holy Tomb herself to protect her children from the evil light.
So the children of the goddess gathered in Xanadu because of its proximity to the monastery? But we've fought at distant locations many times.
Despite that, the javelins of light only fell on Fort Mercius.
In his letter, Hubert said that he detected their magic when the fort fell. In other words, because they used a javelin of light, Hubert was able to pinpoint the location of their base.
So they didn't use it before then because they didn't want us to know where their base is?
In any case, those javelins of light must be something they can't just use whenever they want. And they finally decided to use one at Mercy's, where they were sure they'd be able to finish us off. It's only thanks to the whims of the Death Knight that we escaped with our lives. And no javelins of light have fallen since then.
It's possible that the enemy hasn't yet realized that we've learned the location of their base.
If so, their guard may be down, which makes this the perfect time for a surprise attack.
I will accompany you.
What? No, that would be far too dangerous. Your long confinement weakened you greatly, did it not?
Those people have opposed us since ancient times. I wish to learn the truth about them for myself.
I understand. I will not stop you, but please take care not to overexert yourself.
We don't know exactly what we're up against here, but having you around is very reassuring, Rhea. Let's prepare to strike at Shambala before they make their next move.
Thankfully, when they say that we need to strike them before they make their next move, we've got a month. So you can take care of any business that you need to. Last minute upgrades to people's stats and whatnot. Any certifications, any of that stuff, you can go ahead and take care of that. So you're not restricted completely from actually doing. So, as far as what I can do, why do I feel like I should? I was trying to figure out who I was going to do this for. Oh, it's okay. So Caspar. Oh gosh, can't quite make that. Yeah, because that's just a pure upgrade for him. This is just moving his stuff around. I'm probably going to have him be a War Master anyway. But, for 2 chapters, we have not done support conversations. Well, we didn't do any last chapter because we couldn't. But, here we go. Linhart.
There you are, Lysithea. I've been looking for you. So, I have a hypothesis about your crests.
I know you're the one who sent me that anonymous letter. There are things we must discuss. Ugh, it sounded like some bizarre love letter.
What? No, of course not. However, I wonder what you would have done if it was.
Now I'm just confused and grossed out.
I'm sorry, but that is not the overall topic of discussion. Do pay attention.
Pay attention to you? As though anything you say is worth listening to. It's not like you can tell me anything I don't already know.
You don't have a very positive opinion of your crests, do you? That's why you should listen to me. I've dug through all my books, and there's no record of anyone being born with 2 crests. You are, to be blunt, an impossible occurrence. For you to have a second crest, it must have been forcibly implanted after birth.
Is that your theory, then?
Yes, it is. To further the theory, if the power exists to implant a crest, then it must be possible to remove one, too. And that is the real issue at hand.
I could have one removed?
That's what Hanneman is working on understanding. I'm helping him with it.
Professor Hanneman.
Based on your reaction, it seems you want one of your crests removed. I don't think I'd give up having 2 crests if I were you.
Is that so? Even if you've gone through horrifying experiments, endless trauma, and if you knew that all this pain meant you'd die very, very young? That's what you'd think? You're completely lacking in empathy, so of course you would make such a crass and foolish assumption.
Alright.
These ones look good. I probably shouldn't pick them, though.
Ah, Marianne. Harvesting the crops?
Oh,
What's with that camera?
Yes, Linhardt. I found which vegetables are ripe and ready, but would you mind picking them for me?
See, you've mistaken me for someone who sticks his hands in the dirt.
I'm just afraid that if I touch them, well...
Oh, I see. You're afraid everyone who eats them will suffer bad luck.
Yes, it's true. I wouldn't want anyone else to suffer because of me.
Marianne, that's simply not the way the world works. You see... Oh, forget it. Tell me which ones to pick.
Thank you so much, Linhardt.
Happy to help, but I'm beat. You'll have to carry them yourself, so take them straight in, okay?
Okay.
Oh, actually, before I go, do you mind if I ask you a question? I've been thinking, isn't it more the case your crest brings happiness rather than bad luck?
Happiness? I don't understand.
Yes, happiness. Because your crest is so rare. It excites my mind, and, well, if not for your crest, we might never have met. And I feel that would be a tremendous loss. Backbreaking as it was, I enjoyed today. I'm quite happy right now, and it's due entirely to your crest.
I suppose so when you put it that way, but
It's a huge breakthrough to know that your crest causes happiness instead of bad luck. I'd love to study it thoroughly, but only if you'd agree. Really, I just want to find a way for your crest to bring you happiness too.
I'm sorry, but I can't. I have to decline.
I understand. May I ask one more thing, though? Could you please hand me one of those vegetables?
I don't think that's a good idea, but if you insist.
Thank you, Marianne. I think this looks like a very lucky vegetable.
He's a little bit sly, but there you go.
Oh, Marianne. Are you confessing again today?
No, I was waiting for you.
For me?
I wanted to apologize. You kept trying to encourage me, but I just avoided you in return.
No, I'm the one who should be sorry. I only wanted to give you some advice, but I ended up running you off.
Can I tell you something, Ash?
Of course.
You said that my crest is an extraordinary gift, but I don't agree with that at all. Don't people have more important qualities?
What do you mean?
Like, how much we help those around us. Or whether or not we can make other people smile. I'm trying to be less negative. I've also realized that I should have a dream to pursue like you do. I think people who have something to work toward are more fulfilled. Yet here I am, living an empty life without a dream.
That still sounds kind of negative to me. What does being fulfilled even mean here, anyway? Are you saying that people without dreams live empty lives? I don't agree with that. When I was a kid, I was too busy worrying about my next meal to have a dream. Was my life empty then?
That's not what I mean at all. I just don't know... I don't know how to find my dream.
Hey, chin up. Maybe I can help. I'm sure we can come up with something for you in no time if we put our heads together.
You'll help me?
Absolutely. Unless, you don't want me to, of course.
No, I would appreciate that. I want to find something worth working toward. Together, with you, and with my head held high.
That's sweet.
Hunting? Really? There's no way I can do this. Goddess, why couldn't I have stayed in today?
Bernadetta, is this a trouble you are having? I heard that the duty to hunt is yours today.
The duties all got assigned while I was holed up in my room.
Do not be worrying. I can show you the way to hunt well.
Oh,
Okay then. When you see a beast, you are thinking of it as an enemy. That is how prey thinks. You must think of the beasts as food. That is how the hunter thinks.
So it's not an enemy, it's food. But, how is it food when it's still alive?
You pick the vegetables from the field. Those have life too. It is the same. You take a blade in your hand and take the lives of the vegetables. You cut their stalks and harvest without mercy. They do not scream, but you are still their killer.
Killer?
She's not
Fruit
wrong.
ripens and falls to the ground. The seeds sprout, and a new life is born. That is life's cycle. It has cruelty, yes, but you must end life to eat. You must be killing to be living.
Maybe, but I don't know if I want to be some kind of vegetable murderer.
It is the same for rabbits, deer, pheasants. The only difference being that they cannot cry out. You must do what you must do to be living in this world. It is your task.
A task. Yes, just a task. A completely mindless task.
Feel it. There, in the grass. Prey is moving. Just like a vegetable in the wind. Give it an arrow, just like you would give a vegetable a blade. It is just your task.
Right. That makes sense. It's just like cutting a stem.
You are now a hunter. You have learned how to hunt.
I am? I have? Oh, good! What a relief.
You have understanding now, I can tell.
Great! Leave it to me. I'll hunt down my prey just like their vegetables.
I have belief in you.
Aw, thanks, Petra. I can do this. Make way for Huntmaster Bernie!
Have luck, Bernie.
Ow! What? No! Stay back! I'm sorry, Mr. Rabbit. I didn't mean it!
Oh no.
You're the one chasing me! Ow!
What? How bad was your aim, Birdie? Good grief! Oh, that was good.
Over here, Petra.
Ash, I do not have familiarity with this alley.
That's all right. This is the place I was talking about. It's not much to look at, but the food's incredible.
Here you are, friends. Enjoy your meal.
Looks great. Let's dig in.
Okay, I will be giving this my try. Oh, it has a delicious flavor. Ash, what is this dish being called?
I'm not sure it has a name. They just kind of throw together whatever they've got. But that means you never eat the same dish twice. Not knowing what you'll get is part of the fun.
A dish of infinite varieties. You would not be finding such a wonder in a restaurant for nobles. A commoner technique indeed. I give you my gratitude, Ash. I have learned a great many things about the commoner techniques.
No need to be so formal. I like showing you around. Not many people want to come to places like this.
But I am feeling that our deal has been very... one-sided. Are you sure you are not needing anything in exchange? If you are not wanting any curses, I can offer other information in trade.
Hey, come on, stop that.
Stop that? What am I stopping?
Talking about payment. You don't owe me anything. We're friends, aren't we? Friends don't pay each other for the time they spend together.
You and I are friends? Are you speaking truth?
I hope so, at least. So why don't we just talk about whatever we'd like, okay?
I have understanding. I will now be speaking whatever I wish. You are my friend. There are many things I am wishing for you to know.
Oh, that's nice. Nice and wholesome. I think we've seen this. Yeah, we've seen this. Alright. And like always, I unless there's more of these that have yet to come as far as support conversations, and I'm working on that. That way, whenever we do the next run, that there won't be as much going on. It would probably literally just showing the story from the perspective of the house and then the mission. So that's what I'm trying to aim for, at least. We'll see. Anyway, I'll see you guys, well, either in support conversation or with the mission against Shambala.
Hi, Flame. Have the Four Saints caught your fancy?
Hello there, Claude. No, not particularly. I was merely looking.
I see. In any case, do you mind if I ask you a little something? It's about your family's origin.
This again? There is truly nothing of interest to discuss on that topic.
Ah, but when you try to change the subject like that, it drives me mad with curiosity. That said, taking a secret by force isn't my style. That's why I devised a different approach. Relentless nagging.
Might I suggest giving up entirely? Truth be told, my brother has asked that I not speak of my background to anyone.
I thought it might be something like that. Oh well, guess I'd better give up on trying to get you to tell me yourself. Instead, why don't I tell you about the theory I've come up with?
You've concocted a theory, have you? I suppose there is no harm in listening to it.
I did a bit of investigating into the crests that you and Seteth bear. Seteth's is the major crest of Keyhole, and yours is the major crest of Sethlene.
Where did you learn of this?
Oh, I just took a peek at some records by a renowned crest scholar. I'd rather not say more than that. Anyway, my point is that I don't think I've ever heard of two siblings each bearing the major crests of a pair of saints. If the legends are true, then Saint Keyhole was Saint Sethlene's father, wasn't he? Which means if you and Seteth were the descendants of Saint Sethlene, that would explain how you two came to possess Keyhole and Sethlene's crests.
You mean to suggest that my brother and I are the children's children's children of Sethlene?
That about sums it up.
An interesting theory, to say the least. But surely you must know. Saint Sethlene was never married. There are no tales of her having ever had children.
Sure, but the possibilities are endless. It's not like legends are known for their accuracy. But based on your reaction, I guess I'm probably following a bad lead here.
That was some good sleep. How nice it is to enjoy the sunrise all by my...
Good, you're finally awake.
Ah! Who's that? Oh no, I'm falling. Oh no, I'm emoting! Calm.
Wait, no! That hurt.
You're telling me? Do you normally start your day by startling people out of trees?
Not normally, no. Sorry, but I couldn't wait.
Couldn't wait? It's so early. You must have stayed up all night.
Huh, I suppose I did. How unusual. That's what happens when you get carried away with research. Then I remembered what we talked about, so I've been waiting here for you to wake up.
Well, here I am, wide awake. How can I help you?
I found an interesting document about Saint Timotheus. There are some fascinating things down in that place you and your buddies call home.
Timotheus? That's...
The saint whose major crest you bear. His bloodline was believed to have died out 1,000 years ago. It's theorized that your crest and the crest of Lamine have similar powers. Oh, Lamine was one of the 10 elites. Here's the best part. Turns out this Timotheus guy had the power to summon beasts.
I'm listening.
Take a look at this passage. The writing's kind of antiquated, but at least it's legible.
Saint Timotheus could converse fluently with birds and land-born beasts, and he considered these creatures his friends. He sometimes rode over hills atop an obliging deer, or called wolves to encircle him in battle. His sigh, inflected with the power of the Nightbringer's star, was immensely sonorous.
Nice recitation. So, there you go.
That's just how people from my village write.
Is that so? Huh. Anyway, this obviously reminded me of you and your situation. You clearly have this same astral power, but to an excessive degree. And for some reason, it only manifests for you when you sigh.
Does that mean you can fix it?
Oh goodness, no. Or I should say, it's unlikely. There's next to no documentation about this stuff. And I don't know nearly enough about the other crests either. And Timotheus, again, nothing to go on. It's near impossible to unravel, so don't get your hopes up.
You know me. I'm good at keeping my expectations nice and low.
This is why I keep telling people we need to keep her underground. It's a miracle that no one was hurt. Next time, we may not be so lucky.
What makes you so certain this incident was caused by her sighing? It seems unfair to cast blame until you're truly sure.
Isn't it obvious? A horde of monsters appeared out of nowhere and attacked us.
Uh-oh. You guys are talking about me, aren't you?
There you are. You won't get away with this crime. I'll make sure everyone knows who was to blame.
Hey, you didn't answer my question.
He doesn't care what we have to say. Forget about it.
No, you told me you had nothing to do with this. I can't just leave it alone.
Yes, you can. And you don't need to worry about it.
But I do. What if they pressured you into confessing something you hadn't actually done? They mean well, but they seem to think they have good reasons to suspect you. Those suspicions could lead to forceful questioning. They'll do anything to get to the bottom of this.
You're probably right. If he has his way, they'll do whatever they can to pin it on me. What about you? There isn't some part of you that agrees with that creep?
No. I know you don't sigh unless you absolutely can't help it. You would never endanger people like that unless something pushed you over the edge. I know this wasn't your fault. You said as much, and I believe you.
That's sweet. But unfortunately, your conviction isn't good for much on its own. We have no proof.
Then we'll find proof. If you didn't cause it, then something else did. We just have to find out what. I'll investigate the site where we were attacked. There could be a monster nest nearby.
You're so darn trusting, Freckles. For all you know, I could be lying.
Your commitment to honesty is as strong as mine. You'd never turn your back on our common bond.
You're just like the Luna Knight.
Hey, come on. I was being serious.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you, I promise. I guess part of me was hoping to meet one of those storybook heroes. Now I finally have.
If that's how you feel, then I'm going to live up to it. I'll do my best to make sure you never sigh again.
You seem to have lined up your desserts very meticulously.
What you see before you, Lysithia, is a life choice.
Oh, really?
The most skilled pastry chef in the army has been asked to do the impossible in the heart of wartime. Source high-quality ingredients, employ advanced baking methods, and create these two pastries.
Wow, you've put a lot of thought into this. May I?
Of course. You can have but one, though, and it should be noted that they taste completely different. I thought I'd split them between us, seeing as they were made so carefully and are so very, very special.
Ah, thanks. So, what exactly is the life choice you mentioned? Also, if you are not partaking, I'll just go ahead and eat them both.
Oh no. For you see, if you eat one, you simply cannot, must not, eat the other. Should you eat both, a pair of ingredients, one in each pastry, will combine to poison you.
That seems unnecessarily intense. Just one won't kill me then?
Of course not. But making this choice means you will not be able to taste the second dessert. Ever. No matter what I tell you, you'll never know which one tasted best. And if you are underwhelmed by your choice, you'll regret your decision forever.
So, I should just pick one and be done with it.
But you've already chosen, haven't you? Not between the pastries, but your life paths. You would gamble on the chance of living a long life, even if it meant losing your 2 crests, correct? Hence my current choice.
Wait, whose choice are we talking about now?
A shortened lifespan doesn't necessarily mean a short life. Even with 2 crests, you might live a long time. And with you around, the study of crests will undoubtedly reach previously unimagined levels. On the other hand, getting rid of them could help someone that I care about. Maybe. Or maybe it won't help at all. Unfortunately, one never knows until they eat the pastry. Even then, you can never taste them both.
Hang on, Linhardt. Do you mean to tell me you care about me? Since when?
When indeed. You are someone I care about, though. So much so I wish we could be family, you and I.
Family? That escalated rather quickly. Although, having more family does sound nice.
Anyway, I need to be going. Oh, and feel free to eat the pastries. I made up the poison bit because I didn't know how else to say what I wished to say. And because, well, because I believe there are choices we can make where you can have both. I'll show you somehow, before the war is over.
Are you sure these aren't poisoned? Linhardt, wait! Wait!
Linhardt, I need to be asking for your wisdom. Will you consent?
My wisdom? About?
I was hunting earlier and the land gifted me with lots of game. It was all brought by me to the kitchen, and then...
You're not asking me for help with the butchery, are you? If so, stop right there. I despise the sight of blood.
No, I am not asking that. All of that work and care is given right after the hunting. Giving gratitude, bleeding, skinning, all has been done to be making very nice fresh meat. That meat is sitting in the kitchen already.
Oh, thank goodness. Then whatever do you need from me? I'm not much of a cook.
I want to be smoking the meat, so we can be preserving it. There's a big quantity of it. But I am without enough firewood for the smoking. I am needing more than I was thinking I would. The darkness has fallen outside, so it will be difficult to be collecting it right now.
Why not gather wood in the morning? Get some sleep now.
This meat will not be waiting that long. It will be going to waste. Please, do you have any suggestion for what I can do? You have much wisdom for giving, so I am hoping you will be helping me.
Okay, let me see. Easy to forage wood at this time of night. You know, there were a good number of desks and chairs in the ruined corner of the monastery. Some of the stuff there is salvageable, so none of it has been thrown away. There's definitely high-quality oak and beech out there. Both would be excellent for smoking meat.
Is that factual? I was not knowing that. The wisdom you give is exceptional.
Well, I wouldn't say that. As long as it's anything that looks broken beyond repair, no one should complain.
I am giving you my gratitude, Linhardt. Now, let's be going.
Pardon?
You have all of the wisdom about choosing wood for smoking. I am wanting your assistance.
But it's bedtime. Okay, fine. I can point out the choice smoking wood. Then I'll have to help haul it all back, won't I?
It would give me great happiness. There's no one better than you for this task.
Please stop with the praising. All right, fine, I'll help. I'm just that nice a guy.
Oh, is that Sedith? Wow, he looks really deep in thought. I wonder what he's writing. A secret diary, maybe?
That phrase doesn't quite work, does it? Let's see about an alternative.
Too uncertain for a diary. Maybe it's a letter. Or a poem.
No, that's bound to introduce misunderstanding. Precision is the key.
It must be really important if he's putting that much thought into every word.
But I mustn't overcomplicate things either. Parting words ought to be precise.
Parting? It's It's a farewell letter? Is he writing his resignation? Said it can be a little scary sometimes, but I hope he doesn't leave. It'd be sad to see him go. He shouldn't make such rash decisions. If he's unhappy about something, he should tell someone.
Come now. Do you really think I would resign?
You heard all that?
If you don't wish to be heard talking to yourself, then you should not speak so loudly. I'm sorry to hear that you find me intimidating.
I'm sorry! I won't disturb you ever again!
Wait, Bernadetta! Ah, typical behavior for the girl. Most concerning. Can she really go through life this way?
Alright. So, not too much happened this month other than a decent amount of support conversations. And a lot of people almost hit level 50. I did get Claude to an A rank with the sword. Barely, but I was able to get it. So now he can actually wield the sword of Bigalta? I'm not sure exactly how that's actually pronounced. She's actually mastered Mortal 7. I'm kinda keen on just keeping her in that class. Mainly because she's able to have Black Tome Flare, which I'm assuming this helps with dark magic. I'm not entirely sure, but if anything, she's got Dark Tome Flare. But I am giving her Sword Flare, so when she does use the Lebanon Sword, which I have been having her use, it's powered up. So it's actually been kind of... I'm not sure exactly if you guys can hear that, but it's really loud for me. What in the world? Happy did get to S rank, so she's got Dark Magic range +1. I guess it is different, Black Tone Flare and Dark Tone Flare, because that's Dark Tone Flare right there. But she now has +2 on her range, which is extremely helpful. Constance isn't doing too bad either. She's almost got to an S rank of Reason, but she also, well, I don't know. She's not doing too bad. I still have her have Alert Stance, and I do have Transmute on her. I think I shared that. I'm not entirely sure. Her stats are okay. Her speed's abysmal. She does have a lot of magic, though. Her magic stat's actually probably one of the highest next to Lysithia, but that's with the +5 rather than without it, so... Because Happy doesn't nearly have as much magic, but she does have a lot more dex and speed than Constance. And Lysithia, thanks to the Moral 7 class, has actually been getting more dex and speed. So she's been doing a lot better. That being said, we're going to go into Shambala. So there we go.
Relying on a map entrusted to them by Hubert, the Alliance army sets their sights on the base belonging to those who slither in the dark. Beyond its entrance, they are met by a sprawling underground city.
Thank you so much. Incredible. Who knew that there was such a vast space beneath the ground?
It's like an underground city. I've never seen buildings like these before.
It's like an ancient ruin, but not just because of its appearance.
I don't recall ever seeing architecture like this.
It is magnificent in a sense, but I could hardly call it beautiful. Even the air feels stagnant.
In any case, it seems like we need to go deeper. Let's look around and see if we can find some stairs.
What's on your mind?
No. It is simply, we must defeat those who slither in the dark, no matter what happens. But if my conjecture is correct, the one who they will wish to kill the most is you, dear child.
Why?
They are aware that you can use the sword of the Creator. Your body houses the same power they once bestowed upon Nemesis. That is why I fear for you.
It's not too much to go on.
Perhaps. Please forgive my errant thoughts. Once this battle is over, I will explain everything. I will tell you all I know about who you really are.
Well, that'd be appreciated, because in a different timeline, we never got that explanation.
Thanks.
Because if you remember, in the Blue Lions, we rescued Rhea at the end of Blue Lion's story, so we never actually found out anything about him. About Byleth and who he is. So, that can be some much needed information for them.
Thanks.
I am not exactly sure why it takes so long to have some of these things, well, load. This one I'm not too surprised. So this map is huge, and your people are spread across all four corners. There's 2 chests that you want to keep an eye out on. One is in that top, well, they're both kind of in the middle, but you do want to make sure you can actively take care of it. Now, every one of these enemies are going to be the Agarthian soldiers, the ones who slither in the dark. And the Titanus as well, the things that we saw during the Blue Lions missions. And there are doors here. It doesn't look like it, and it's really weird, but they have these arrows at least to tell you, hey, this is where something is. They do have a heal tile here. This here, these two, the Vixens, they're not fun to deal with. So they got a strength of 25 magic, and they're 1 to 9 on their range. And they'll just attack something at random, and just automatically at the beginning of each of the enemy turns. So once you start getting nearer to here, these two are going to start throwing some lightning bolts, I believe. Then there is this guy. He's a named enemy, but he doesn't have a face, which is partially weird, but okay, I guess. In this map, definitely not these two. We're gonna bring Ash. I'm gonna have Linhardt somewhere else, but not quite yet. I'm gonna pick Yuri. Yeah, we'll have those two. Map, as far as these two are concerned, I don't need you over here. Switch with Ash. You... Okay, the 3 of you are pretty much fine. I do want to swap the 2 of you, though. Have a little flying crew over here. And yeah, these walls specifically cannot be crossed no matter if you have a flyer or not. And why is someone honking their horn as much as they are? I don't know. Alright, we've got that. We have this corner here. And he's about halfway. So you do want to be careful. Like we've seen previously, these guys can hit like a truck. So you do want to be careful about that. But they do have swords. So if you have any sword breakers you want to use, I would go ahead and do that. Leonie does have a sword breaker. So she is good for that specifically. As far as taking care of any enemies, I'm gonna have Ash over here. He's not gonna be able to really do much as far as fighting. He is level 36, so he's not completely down in the dumps, but he is quite a ways behind. And we're mainly going to be using him to take care of the chests that are here. Pretty much Ash is going to open this chest, and Happy's going to warp him somewhere safe that's closer. Alright. I think that's it. We should be fine. And let's go. Defeat the enemy commander. Byleth or Claude falling in battle is our defeat.
For thousands of years, we have existed underground, living on only that we might someday see our vengeance realized. Here and now, that vengeance is finally within our grasp. There is but one thing left to do. Destroy them! Damn those who stand with that arrogant goddess to oblivion, away from the world of the living!
Yeah.
Now is the time. Remove the binding spell of Titanus. Let their metal bodies be drenched in blood!
Hey, what are those big things?
Demonic beasts? No, I think not. They appear to have no will of their own. Someone must be controlling them.
Initiate all that remain! We must advance our preparations!
Alright. So, as you could tell, the guy who stopped us from...
Why not?
Well, more or less stopping Gerald from being killed, he's the commander here, so he's a bit of a douche. Alright.
All this violence.
That's mildly putting it. Alright.
Intuition's all I need.
There we go.
This'll help too.
Yeah, getting an A+ with writing gives you movement +1, which is actually pretty good. Now, this wall is something that you can't traverse. It's not a door or anything, so we can't do anything about that. But this is a door over here we can unlock. And, well, I'm going to move Byleth up here. Don't think we need to use Sothis' shield yet. Alright, this side... because her range is insane.
No time to slow down.
Look at all those maxes. Alright, we got a door key. Pretty much we don't have to worry. We don't really have to worry that much about, like, who gets what key. As weird as that sounds. The whole key situation for this isn't too bad. Well, Gambit use isn't really that necessary with this. Equip the wand down. Kind of depends on where.
At the ready. Strategy in motion. A fitting outcome.
Should have gave Finesse Blade to him because that's his A rank sword skill.
My orders?
I did not do that though.
I'll do my best. I'm sorry.
Wow.
This is for the best, right?
Oh yeah, she has the avoid plus. Maybe I should have gave her that.
I'm in.
Yeah, we'll have you head down this way.
I will prevail.
You as well.
Put me in there.
And we'll have.
This can activate it. Increase output gradually, depending on the amount of magical energy charged. I don't care if we destroy Shambala, so long as our goals are fulfilled.
Alright. Thankfully, that thing is not very accurate. But we do need to be careful about that activated ability that he'll use next turn. That's not going to be good. Okay, so this isn't that bad of a map. There's just a lot here. I will say though, the music here is bizarre for a Fire Emblem game. It's a techno type of deal. I believe it's called Shambala Techno Redux or something. I forget. I can actually pull it up.
I must lead them well.
I would listen to it, but of course Nintendo. Also, look at that 88 on the crit. That's insane.
All is going to plan.
I've been trying to get his brawling up to 8, well, to an S. So we'll see how close I get, because this is the second to last chapter. So. Well, really? You didn't crit?
I fight for justice's name.
Fine. Door key. Alright. This is actually under options. Yeah, Shambala Area 17 Redux. That's the name of it. So if you're wanting to listen to it. It's one of those... I actually like the music. It's just... It's really bizarre for a Fire Emblem game. It doesn't make too much sense. Also, Bo Zoltan. So, if you're wanting a more powerful bow, there you go. Let's get rid of this guy. Also, the ones who are controlling the Titanuses are in those 2 rooms. Well, not the Vixen's definitely in one of the 2 rooms. I forget which one though. Alright, Gambit wise, can we actually... I don't know if I can actually break it. I'm gonna try. If we can break that shield, then that'll be fantastic. Also that. That range is insane.
Oh, I got it.
And these guys have Aegis and Pavis, I believe. Yeah. Well, that's just rude. You blocked both of them.
It seems I've improved again.
And there we go. Agarthium is very valuable as far as forging is concerned, so that's a good find. I'm gonna have you hang out over here. You have the fail knot just in case.
Give the goddess my regards, yeah?
You have... So I'm gonna have you rush up this way. Let's heal her, because she got hit by that real random low hit attack, so that's... Unlock the door. Come on in, and we're gonna have you rush up this way. This 7 damage isn't that bad. It's not great. Really, Hilda? Really? Whatever. Well, well, that was bound to happen. Alright, she gets healed back. That's always great. Alright. Oh yeah, you're... Let's have you take care of this gang.
I'm not a kid anymore. I fight for Lady Rhea.
Again, he's well, not again, but he's so close to getting A rank on his authority and mastering Wyvern Lord. So, yeah. That dude actually has a chance of critting. Granted, that would have only done 18 damage, and she has 63. That's still slightly concerning, at least to me.
So close.
$71. Alright, I'm gonna actually see if I can get out of this. Okay, yeah, you can actually get out of this thing's range.
You must press on.
Alright. Got that dealt with. Open the door. Yeah, but you can't even teleport through there? Oh, that's crummy.
Thank you.
Because why not at this point? Get a couple more experience points where we would like it. Now, I'm going to have... Hopefully this works. Well, apparently not. That's not going to work. That's definitely not going to do what I need to.
This better work.
80% chance of hitting. Alright. During one of the auxiliary battles, I kept having like 80% chances of hitting missing, and it was happening way too frequently. It was really annoying. Alright. Let's have wave attack destroy the rest of that barrier. Alright, got the Agarthian. That's not bad, actually. But I kind of want to just... do a little bit of damage here. Oh, really? Yeah, I better do it with her.
I will destroy you.
Because if I didn't do that, then I would definitely be in trouble. Alright. Maybe?
Step aside.
Okay. It really depended if Yuri was actually going to crit or not, both times.
That was fun to watch.
No use.
It's like, are you seriously trying to... And the cool thing is she got boosted stats because of transmute.
I've got no time for mercy.
Healed the damage you did. Because that's Nosferatu for you. Not quite.
Allow me to demonstrate. Another victory.
Man, being this class, the War Master, has been really great. Especially with that plus 20 crit. And that's with any weapon. It's not just with brawling or axes. And there goes that guy. Or gal. That's fine. We'll have you back up for a little bit. I want you to try to take this guy out. No? Well, that's a shame. Alright. Again, Hades takes up pretty much everything on the screen, so you don't really see what's going on with that.
That's what you get.
Ash, you keep going. Open the door here, and we see this. Yeah, it's a drummer. Ragnarok and Psychic. Not the greatest combination to deal with, but it's not terrible. I could have did an attack that could have taken care of it, but I didn't think it was that good of an idea. However, that's a good idea. Because good grief.
You're really tough.
6 damage? Nah, not a lot. Would have much rather attacked Marianne than attack. Oh, ouch. Didn't quite take care of him, but you know, enough to leave a mark.
This'll get him.
Not too crazy to deal with. Get rid of you. You're just a problem. That I thought to make sure it isn't one. I'll just say, the name Bias is weird. I don't understand what the naming can... what the reason for that name is.
Aw, those big things have gone to sleep on us. That'll make moving around a lot easier. A dead end? Or perhaps... No, if we worry about every little detail, we won't get anywhere.
Interestingly enough... do that. I will say though, I don't know if Ash is in trouble or not. Maybe. Well, we'll have to kind of wait and see at this point. All right. Well, if I'm gonna use a longbow, I might as well just go long. Oh, it didn't matter. That guy must have a plus on his range, because there's really no way otherwise that would have happened. Alright, let's make sure this guy's not going to be able to do anything.
That's enough.
You know what? I should have warped... When I warped him, I should have moved him where Claude, closer to Claude. Because that's where the chest is. Ah, fine. This could either be okayish or terrible.
Next try. I'll make you proud.
Well, that actually turned out not terrible. Got his first health bar down and broke that shield, and he didn't hit her, so a lot of good things. She's not doing good.
Unexpected.
I don't care if it's not finished. Forcibly increase Viscum's output.
He seems to be issuing orders to that facility. If we destroy it, perhaps that will stop those weapons.
Yeah, that one down there. The one we're at. As you can see, if in that brief moment where it actually showed the HP of the Vixen, even though it says 100, you can't damage them. It's actually impossible to hit them. So the only way to really do anything about them is to stop the facility from any, like, having any output regarding it. So.
Alright, who's next?
Well, there goes that.
Still far from the top.
She's doing very well with her stats.
Don't waste it.
Okay, so Ash is not gonna die. He's gonna get hit with this, and which in turn is gonna hurt Lilith. But overall, he's not gonna die. So good. That was my big concern.
You're a big help.
I could just take a short axe and throw it. I'd rather not use the Sword of the Creator, just because I don't want to.
Here is something to believe in.
This could turn the tides.
You're relentless.
Oh yeah, you're totally dead if you do anything. Alright.
Those awful weapons have been stopped. They were being controlled from that facility.
You!
That is the leader of those who slither in the dark. We must go after him with all of our might.
Sounds like a plan. Alright, and I'm not gonna let this dude hit Lysithia. I'm gonna equip a rapier and then wait. Yeah, 1%. Definitely not going to do too badly on the defensive there. I wish for a double hit, but I know I can't.
Really
Defiant crit. Not that he's gonna... Well, he might be one of the few that gets that low on HP. Maybe.
Me too. I have a strategy.
Let's have a wave attack. Every other thing was broken, or slightly broken.
We'll support you.
And unfortunately, this is not getting that much more accuracy. I may just have to look at getting a better... Well, his charm actually has to be higher for it to be halfway decent. But regardless, at least that's dealt with. Move to the side. He's got 38 charm, so it shouldn't be that bad. Whatever, I guess. These have, like, no resistance, yeah, compared to the defense. Thoron. Wait, why did I do that?
Shall we?
Should've just done this. Really? Hilda! Okay. I was about to... We were about to have a problem, Hilda.
I'll do my best.
Alright. Aura does a pretty good amount of damage here. Whether or not we can kill it is up to... Well, she didn't crit. She uses the last two of her auras, unfortunately, to do that.
My orders?
And just do that. They took it. She's actually almost to an A bow, so she can almost use the bow we went to that side quest for.
I'd be honored.
Just wait. That kind of moves our way. Well, Caspar's way. No damage!
I'm not going down.
Oh yeah. Let's go Caspar. One. Well, that's just perfect for a certain somebody to just pick off at this point. Well, here we go.
You're all going down.
Caspar's just taking
Let's think
everything out.
carefully.
Thankfully, did not really get anywhere with that. Alright. Well, that's just rude. You know? That's just plain rude. Yeah, Aura Knuckles don't do a whole lot of damage because for Caspar because he has no magic. I gave him those so he could fight generals and do a lot more damage. And it's been very beneficial to do that.
I'm in.
I will prevail.
And Ash needs to make his way up this way at some point. I guess that's what I could do. Yeah, I could feasibly do it. Alright. Now for Ash, let's see. Oh yeah, he could definitely do it.
I won't falter. I'm getting closer to my goals.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to master Assassin at this point. But I will have him get warped all the way up there, which is way more than his movement would ever allow.
At the ready. Too easy.
What's my strategy?
Not yet. You do actually want to save Sothis' shield until after we open the door to the boss. It's the building in the middle if it wasn't obvious. So you do actually want to save it for that.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Because, oh boy, you're gonna need it. Alright.
Did the trick.
Oh wow. Caspar with the dodge. He does not have the ability to...
That helps.
I will say this, until you're ready to actually fight the boss, don't open the door. It's gonna cause headaches when you do.
Thanks for that.
Move in. Continue to move in.
Good time for a secret.
Definitely get some gambit going. I was honestly hoping that I could get a gambit restored, but I'll take equipment restored.
Let us out.
I know just what to do.
Sounds like a voter gone bad. I guess they could be vacuuming. It's like I kind of just given up on trying to like wait for a good time, so I'm sorry if you hear that vacuum go. But yeah, I've kind of just like, you know what? Forget it. I'm just not worried about it. When I can get a good time to record, because I never seem to find it. Again, with the slight chance. Okay, there we go. But it's just like I have to wait on the chance of maybe doing a crit to do that. And it's like, alright, this is slightly annoying. Yeah, I'm sorry. Alright, let's get this tightness taken care of here.
Hope you're ready.
There we go. Nicely done, nicely done. Alright, so... Oh, that's not the worst, but it's not fantastic. That bolt axe is not going to work. Got the door key, so we can go in, but we're not doing that. Not yet, anyway. It seems a bit ridiculous to kind of wait for it, but you also want to bring as many people to the middle as you possibly can, because, good grief, you're gonna need it. It's one of those moments where it's like, oh, wow, man, I'm gonna need all the help I can get. Because it's one of those, as soon as you open the door, there's a ton of stuff back there, and you're gonna have to deal with all of it. Also, Ash. No, we're going back to Ash. He's gonna unlock this chest here. The Sword of Zoltan, so this is actually our second one. I think this is the second one we get in this campaign. I forget. Do we have more than one in... No, just the one. I thought we had more than one. I know you get a lot of the Zoltan equipment through... Who's going to be the least useful character in this fight? I would say Yuri, but... yeah. Alright. We open the door. Now, here's two things. We can't really go that far in, but I'm going to have Yuri back up. There are 4 enemies. One with a silver axe, one with Bolagon and a silver sword, one with Banshee and Miasma, and another Banshee with Miasma. But here is the, as you can see, the range on this dude. He has an ability. He has a move called Quake. He can only use it once, but it hits the entire field. And it doesn't hit flyers, thankfully. We have a good bit of them. But it is a lot of damage, even though it's amount of 8. Well, amount of 8's not bad. It's better than death, which is crazy. But as you can see, it doesn't hit Byleth at all because of the insanity of his dodging. This is the only version of the Agastya? I don't know exactly what the name of that class is. High-ranking guru amongst those who slither in the dark. This class wields magic. And his personal ability is Agarthian technology. Adjacent foes deal 3 less damage during combat. Not the worst, but it's still pretty crazy. And he has Seal Strength and Seal Magic, which you don't really want to deal with. And he also has +1 magic range, so his death hits up to 4 range. He has +20 on his hit, so that Quake has got a lot more hit than you would think. Dark Tone Flare, which is why it does more damage, and he's got Commander. Yeah. Let's say we take her up there. He does 31 damage. I'm not having her do it just because that would be really bad of an idea. I am gonna have her take out this mortal savage. I'm gonna have Byleth take out the boss because he's really the best choice out of all of the people. Don't get me wrong, there are some other good options with it as well. Lysithea is a good choice. She could actually hit him. If you look at... Oh yeah, she could definitely just... Well, maybe it's actually Lysithea that has the best. My bad. But I am going to have her take out this one. Because there's a special text that you get if you have Byleth attack the guy. Fails, I guess is his name. Alright.
That's what you get.
I will say this. Having either Flane or Mercedes in this map is a really good one because of Fortify. Because once you go inside, you can't really take back the fact that you decided to open the door. So having that Fortify there really helps out when he uses Quake. Thankfully, he can only do it once, like you saw with the amount of uses he has for it, but it's still a pain in the neck, regardless. Here we go, she got a level up.
I want to learn even more.
And she's getting better as well. Okay, it's specifically Nosferatu. I thought that's how that went, but I wanted to make sure. Oh, he can't actually. That's a problem. I could just do that. Alright. Apocalyptic Flame. Let's do it. I will say this. I get... I both understand why they didn't do it. But I wish... I truly do wish that they took the special abilities like Apocalyptic Flame and the like, and actually did a special animation for the combat art itself, because it's for a hero's relic, for crying out loud. I hate that they didn't do that, but it's kind of like I also somewhat understand.
So you have shown yourself, Felstar. Or should I say, Sophis. I will spill every drop of blood in your body to fulfill the long-standing goal of the Agarthans. It's over.
That ability is the only one that's
still
different.
Room for improvement.
Okay, can you gain some other stats, dude? Just saying. Alright, Lysithea's motivation's maxed out.
You will never get to enjoy your victory.
It can't be.
For all Agarthans, He lies!
Another missile showing up.
Coming down!
Believe. Okay, that's just the after battle. I wanted to make sure before I did anything.
Hang in there, Lady Rhea.
Get her to her room, quickly! That's a serious injury. It's a miracle that she's even alive right now. I'll do what I can, but...
Goddess, please save Lady Rhea. All we can do now is pray.
Remember when this place was taken 5 years ago and a pure white beast appeared on the battlefield? I only caught a glimpse of it, but I didn't understand where it came from. There were rumors that the goddess sent it to protect the monastery. But now I know better. That beast was Rhea. Did you know Rhea's true identity? I once showed you a picture of a creature known as the Immaculate One. Sedith confiscated it, saying it must have been one of Tomas's personal possessions. The beast that appeared back then looked just like it. So Rhea is the Immaculate One. The book said that it was a servant of the goddess, but wouldn't it make sense if beasts like that are actually children of the goddess? Rhea is in a grim state right now. It's possible she may not make it, but we have things we must ask her about. Once things calm down a little, let's go and see Rhea. Together. The truth can't be delayed any longer.
Yeah. So it's kind of weird that the option for the end of that is you saying I didn't know it then, but I know it. I think I did. Byleth literally watched her turn into the Immaculate One, but I don't know. That's a weird choice. for an option there. But yeah, it's just, it's something else. Anyway, that'll be it for chapter 21. Next time is the final chapter of Golden Deer. Oh boy. I actually don't remember if it immediately throws you into the chapter or not. As far as like, oh, you've got this final fight, there you go. I don't think so, but I'm not entirely sure. But that'll have to wait till next time. Thank you all for watching. See you guys then for the final chapter of the Golden Deer Path. Later.
What a blissful beauty.